Hey Aries, welcome to your September read. My name is Kelly Lunt. For those of you who are new to me, and I'm intuitive channel and medium. If you guys would like to be part of a workshop to get your manifestations in, check out the comments. I will leave a link to the September 7th synchronization workshop. Okay, without further ado, Aries, it looks like in your recent past, well, you've definitely got love on the mind and like looking for more meaning in life on the mind. You're definitely starting to recognize that relationships give life more meaning. And you're definitely ready to prioritize that, because it definitely looks like in your past, like you were stepping up more boldly and more confident, I want to say, in work, but you're kind of recognizing without that like love there, that person who's cheering you on, that person who says don't worry about them, that person who says you've got this, we've got this, it's kind of like, what's the point? So a little bit now, Aries, just brace yourself. And the person who's live, can you hear me? Because last time I did Aries, the sound wasn't coming through. There's a little bit, Aries, of you getting a little cocky. Hi, Valentina. Can you hear me? So nice to see you. Are you Aries? There's a little bit, Aries, of you thinking you have like more choices and more options than you actually do. And why that can happen is when you have, when you're like attractive, whether it's because you're physically attractive, money attractive, you will get more open doors. You will get more attention, more eyes looking at you, right? Um, but you can't think that everyone who's interested in you can actually turn out to be a long-term relationship. So it's, you don't have as many options as you think you do. And the best advice I can give you, or the advice that the 10 of Water card is trying to give you right now, um, I love you too so bad. I Antoinette. Some of my two favorite people in the house. Okay, so the advice, Aries, that the 10 of Water is trying to give you is that it's not a let's slow down and get to know everyone. It's trust your discernment, and it's kind of like within 2 dates, you should be, not even 2 dates, 2 times of interacting with a person, you kind of should be able to tell if they're worthy of pursuing. Like it's 2 dates, and you can knock a lot of people off. So there's a little bit of like, I don't want to say sense of urgency, but there's a little bit of number one, open your eyes, that if someone is like talking to you on a more meaningful level, recognize that they're interested, and be okay to like open up your energy back to them to let them know that you're open as well. And it doesn't take months to know if you're interested. It might take, and you might want to spend months getting to know someone before you get intimate, but you can let that person know that you're only getting to know them. Okay, it feels like there's more that this 10 of Water wants to say. Flat out, it's like it's time to change. You got the Wheel and the Two of Earth, so it's definitely time to like change Aries and like prioritize love and like quit complicating it. Keep it simple. And law of attraction, you want to speak about your topic however you can and feel good. So you can be general. I expect the love of my life. I expect my life partner in my life now. Love is simple. Love is a hug at the end of a bad day. Love is a hug and celebration at the end of a good day. Love is hugs and cuddles and being held. Love is someone to share my day to day stories with so that my life feels more alive. I'm ready to feel more alive, because there's a little bit in your energies, Aries, Two of Earth, that you're thinking you've got too much going on. Like, how can you prioritize love? And there's a little bit of how do I have room for love while I can keep up all this other stuff? Okay. It's recognize, Aries, that a lot of times the life that you've built yourself has built yourself to protect yourself from the love that you want. Okay, so I'm going to give you a personal example, and I hope that this helps you kind of figure out how you're doing it in your life. When I heard that, I realized, oh, I have such a community here where I live. I have so many friends that oftentimes when I go through like a breakup, I immediately have like three people who are, I'll go to the coffee shop with you and hang out with you. Do you want to come over for dinner tonight? And like, I don't have to be alone for 2 weeks. But do you guys see how that community is obviously awesome? So I'm not complaining. Do you see how that's also like protecting me from allowing in a man who's going to love me? And I literally had like the last guy, he went, "You don't need me. You have people." He's like, "Yeah, I know you haven't been alone. Like, you don't need me, but like, I do, you know?" So you're seeing it? Okay, good. So it might be like a heavy community that you've built so that you don't feel the blow of a breakup and how that prevents love from coming in because it doesn't make you turn towards the person to work through conflict. I know I definitely was like a, I guess as a sign it's not meant to be. My friends quickly stepped in. If it was meant to be, wouldn't they have not been there? You know? Um, and it's like, it's just recognizing that it's an adjustment to allow that person in. And it will be an adjustment, especially if you're like older, 100% older than 35, very likely older than 32. You already have a lot of built up momentum in your life. So, someone new coming in, they're not going to know the backstories for some of your stuff, but you have to be willing to take the time to start telling them the new stories over your friends so that in a month or two, you'll start leaning and turning towards that person. For me, it's more of an internal protective mechanism. We're going to let them go. Tell me what that is, Valentina. I think it would be a really good example for people who watch the replay. And you could keep it general. You don't have to get specific into your life, but tell me what it is. Limerence. Ooh, dig deeper, Valentina. There's something else there. Um, and I want to argue that they're being, guys, blunt, being broke is a external protective mechanism. I used that one too. I was like, wait, if I want to take this guy on a date, I have to put on my credit card. And so when I took him out and I put on my credit card, it was like a, see, I can't be with him. Like I can't afford him. But limerence, for those of you who are new to it, is when you're in like a fantasy relationship with the person in your head. So that just implies that there's a little bit more built up momentum of enjoying the daydream in your head, which is desire, which is dopamine. Desire is pining for something, where pleasure is enjoying something. So, pleasure would be the vibe I'd say to interact with you. And I would also say that behind your knees, so, okay, so here's your knee, right? Here's your thigh, and here's your calf. If you go down a quarter of an inch, there's a bunch of nerve connections there where it stores old memories. If you're in limerence or having a hard time letting go of something in the past, massage that area out, rub it out. I did it for about a month, guys, and I'm no longer in limerent relationships. Um, and you got to activate the pleasure vibe. I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying. Um, okay, so just and it was like I keep myself broke and then build fantasies about people who could rescue me instead of building an intimate relationship. I'm gonna do that intimate. What are you gonna do? That's why I normally don't talk to people while I'm live, but two of my favorite people are live and they happen to be Aries. I gotta be quiet. I'm at a coffee shop. And it was like I keep myself broke and then build fantasies about people who could rescue me. And okay, so if that's what's going on for you guys, I keep myself broke and then build fantasies about people who could rescue me instead of building an intimate relationship. Recognize that that's a little bit of wanting to like be childlike, wanting someone else to come in and look at you and go, oh, here's what you need. And recognize that that's also you being broke in your mind. Who do you think that's keeping you closer to? I, because a lot of times staying broke is as much as there's like the new person you want in and want to be rescued, there's also someone in your current life that you're like trying to keep happy and trying to help them either feel useful or you're trying to stay like, no, like, mom, look, I'm broke too. So a lot of times it's also trying to hold on, cling on to an intimate relationship with someone from the past that like, and that connection is just not there. Um, oh, okay. Yeah, Antoinette, those will both help you. All right, I hope that helped, Valentina. Very much applied to you. Okay, so Aries, back to you. In the current energy you've got going on, you did complete a growth cycle because you got the World Tarot card here. And so the energy that I'm picking up on that you complete the growth cycle is that like you kind of are done with doing it alone. You're just done with being alone. You're done with proving that you can be independent. You can be happy on your own. Um, because it's kind of like you are like nostalgically thinking back on a relationship that made you feel more alive, whether that's like a grandparent or a parent or like a teacher. You're looking back younger and you're like, wow, that person just always listened to me, or oh, wow, that person just always made my birthday special. So you're kind of at this point where you're like, I can't do it alone anymore. I need new love in my life. And the reason why that old relationship is popping up in your mind right now, this is opposite of the limited advice I just gave, because like your inner being's trying to show you a lesson of you felt more alive when that person was in your life. Relationships are life giving, guys. Relationships is what makes life more meaningful. Um, yeah, I no longer want to be Miss Independent. Um, I'm now ready to allow my needs to be met by other people. I'm now ready to feel the presence of someone else in my life, right? What you think about, you get. So we want to have the one time quick recognition of, I'm done with being Miss Independent, and we want to move into what are you now allowing in? I'm now allowing in love. I'm now allowing in companionship. I'm now allowing in a best friend into my life, a life partner into my life. So just recognize that if you're in a fantasy relationship with someone who's current in your life, that's limerence. Do the advice I gave you. If you are nostalgically thinking back about a past relationship, it's because it's there to like remind you that that relationship makes you feel more alive. And guys, there's like four happiness hormones: endorphins, oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin. Serotonin is meditation. So this is simplified. Dopamine is achieving something, listening to music. Endorphins is exercise. Oxytocin is connection, is cuddling, is petting an animal, is holding someone. So 25% of your happiness is dependent upon oxytocin. So if you're doing all the other three areas 100% perfect, which you're probably not, your highest grade is a 75%. Relationships are life giving and well worth it. I came down to enjoy a life partner. I have a life partner. And if you guys need to like rebuild your sense of self worth, law of attraction self worth is asking for something and getting it. So start with a small manifestation. My favorite one is the color game. Universe, show me the color pink. And then walk around and see how many times you see the color pink. I see it like 5 times right now. That's amazing. So play that game until you're like, okay, I get it. I remember how law of attraction works. And goes, universe, I expect love. Just like I expect to see the color pink when I ask for it, I expect love. Okay, going into the near future, all I can tell you, Aries, is that honestly, you're going to get you're stuck in the trap of love story versus life story. And the love story, guys, is Romeo and Juliet. It's Tristan and Isolde. It's Romeo falls in love with Juliet, but they're in warring families. So that's that pining dopamine desire that I was talking about. It's like this pine, like, oh, but I just want Juliet. Why do our families have to be warring? Let's meet in the secret forest. Those always end in tragedy. Love stories, you don't get that like deep pine, that, oh my God, this is the most attractive person I could ever be with. But you integrate on the day to day and you have a harmonious life. Like, hey, babe, who's doing the laundry today? Hey, babe, who's picking up the kids today? Hey, babe, I was thinking of making this for dinner tonight. Do you like that? Okay, cool. Can you pick up the potatoes on your way home from work? Like, that's what you want, guys. And it's recognizing that there's a beauty in the simplicity of that, the compatibility, the communication that it takes to pull that off is special. That is special. Not someone who can make your heart race and activate your nervous system and get you in fight or flight and make you feel all these feelings. It's like, my babe's helping make the household be a household. Hey, Emily. Hey, Emily, I got a workshop this Saturday if you want to come. I'll put a link to it in the comments afterwards. Okay, so I want to say you guys should definitely do the rubbing behind the knees technique I showed earlier in the video, because you got the balance card here, and the balance card is when you're in this place of like waiting for the perfect timing. Like you're like, universe, give me a sign. If this is the person, give me a sign. That's just a lessened version of the love story, which makes sense. Law of attraction, if you have a lot of momentum built up in the negative way, it does tend to be a lessening as you activate the new one. Once this new one gets over it, that's when the life story comes in, right? But if I need a sign that this is the one, you're not trusting, you're not in the moment, just enjoying that back and forth energy between the two of you. And if you need a sign that they're the one, just recognize that you're at a place of like, is this person worth my time? I don't want to waste my time. Instead of, everything that I've done up until this point has brought me to become who I am. And I chose to experience the love of my life story later in life than others did. So everyone I dated, everyone I got to know got me to who I am today. And now's the perfect time to allow the love of my life in. It's recognizing that life is about those. Abraham Hicks is calling it open loops right now, which is just new rockets of desires, new manifestations. Life is about, there's always going to be new open loops. So you're always going to have that wobble, that contrast, that excitement, and then eventually excitement wins and you like get it in. So there is a get the energy right first and then take action on inspired action. But if you're the one putting your foot on the brakes and going, universe, tell me when to put my foot on the gas, you're not in alignment to hear your inspired action. And that puts pressure on the other person to demonstrate and to show that they're trustworthy. And yes, trust is earned, but it's not like it's a one-way ticket and a one-way street. Like, they need to show me that they're serious. It's, I'm serious about intentionally creating an amazing life partnership. The person I'm going to be with is also intentional about it. I hope you see that switch there, that I'm creating a life partnership. That's your foot ready to be on the gas instead of your foot on the brakes and making the other person have to prove that they want that too. Like, oh my God, I'm conscious here. Oh, my favorite people. I can't wait till we're all in a mastermind again together. Okay. I can tell you, Aries, lastly, going into the future energy, you do got the Queen of Air coming up. So it's going to be like a month of like rapidly clearing up people who are not helpful, people who are not in alignment, people who are just time fillers instead of meaningful people. And it's going to be a rapid clearing up of thoughts that are not helpful. So this is where you're in a place of, universe, I'm ready for it now. I'm ready to feel all of my emotions. And I'm ready to become aware of the thoughts that aren't helpful, as well as the new thoughts that are helpful. I'm ready for a quickened pace to allow in and to be enjoying a relationship with my life partner. And if you guys want a good law of attraction technique, because law of attraction is a vibe, right? So it's, universe, show me what it feels like to be in a relationship with my life partner. Set your timer for 68 seconds and just hold it every day. And intervene, Valentina, for you specifically, intervene. I'm ready to own my intuitive side. Who's the first person that I can help? Let them come in easily. Let them come in with minimal effort on my part. Please be gentle with me with how they come in, because I'm ready for an extra $300 to attend this workshop. Obviously, change that manifestation for whoever suits you, but it's intervene. Show me what it feels like to be helping someone with my intuitive gifts. Hold it for 68 seconds. So that way you can at least like wake back up and be who you really are. Because Valentina, I would say that that's also something preventing you from allowing love in. You're like hiding your intuitive side, right? So you're hiding from the person who's going to love your intuitive side. It wasn't like I was so out of alignment in relationships until I went, oh my God, universe, I don't need a protector provider in the traditional financial sense. I need the person who came down to be protector and provider for a mystic. And oh my God, I want a house husband. I can make money so easily. Raising kids is hard work. That feels an enlightenment. That excites me. That makes me go, let me get to that goddamn coffee shop to make my videos. Let me get my manifesto feeling bad bundle out there. Let me tell the world about my workshop. If you're hiding your intuitive side, you're hiding yourself from the man who's going to love you for you. Sorry, I had to say it. Okay, do we got anything else for Aries? Okay, Ace of Water, Three of Fire, the Sun. So it's definitely going to be this month of like rapidly burning up old thoughts that aren't helpful for love coming in and like new thoughts coming in. Ace of Water, like love will come in. I mean, these are all yes, yes, yes. Love will come in. I don't necessarily see the person coming in this exact month because you're just going to be, oh, is that what I'm doing that's holding love back? Oh, this is the new way to think about it. Oh, this thought's not helping it. Oh, this is the new way to think it. Oh, I'm hiding my mystic side. Of course, the love of my life isn't here. Oh, I came down for that. So it's going to be this rapid release, rapid taking on of the new thoughts. That's what it looks like this month is going to be mainly about for you guys. That I was hiding a huge part of who I am, how I'm going to meet someone who's going to know me intimately and love me. Yeah. How am I going to meet someone who's going to know me? How you're going to meet someone who knows you intimately and love you is like step by step you build it. It's so one big difference between a love story versus a life story is love stories, people expect it to be like they're just supposed to know me from date one. Shouldn't they know that they should take me to my favorite restaurant? Oh, they said that and that disappointed me. They must not be the love of my life. No, a life story is, hey, yesterday when you said XYZ, I felt a little confused. Can I clarify that? And you ask them, like, how did you mean that? And then you say, oh my God, I'm so glad I asked you because I definitely made that mean that you didn't like me. So I'm so glad I asked you. That's step by step building your relationship. Or that's, oh my God, the other day when you gave me XYZ, was that you trying to show me that you support what I'm doing? Yeah, yeah, it was. That's when you get to say, that's so, thank you. That means the world to me. I appreciate your support in that. That is an area I'd like support in. Um, can I share something that would have just helped me feel even more at ease? Instead of doing my laundry, could you like actually pick up my favorite latte? Because that would just make me feel so special right before I go live. And I would just get that like juicy good vibe of someone loves me right before I go live. That's how it's built. That's how you get that person who's just like does everything at the right time at the right moment. All right, I hope that helped, guys. I will. I'm going live around 10 a.m. almost every day, Monday through Friday, with a fresh channel message from George. You can come hang out at the workshop this Saturday. Everyone who wants a spot in the hot seat will get one, and it also comes with a one-on-one. That's it for announcements. And I'm going to get one more Zodiac video up today. Love you guys. Bye.